as they that tread the grapes against all the inhabitants of the earth. So this is my Shechem shot bringing judgment to the last kingdom on this earth, which is Esau or the Edomites. Esau is the end of the world. So it says, Isaiah 63:2, wherefore art thou red in thine apparel? Why is your clothes, your garment red? And thy garment like him that treadeth in the wine fat, stomping on grapes. I have trodden the winepress alone, he said. And of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in mine anger. This is what he's going to do. He's going to tread them in mine anger and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments. And I will stain all my raiment. For the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeemed is come. It's redeemed by the 12 tribes of Israel, 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel. And I looked, and there was none to help. And I wondered that there was none to uphold. Therefore mine own arm brought salvation unto me, and my fury it upheld me. And I will tread down the people. You understand this? Ain't talking about no grapes. He said, I will tread down the people in mine anger and make them drunk in my fury. And I will bring down their strength to the earth. Ain't gonna be nothing but dust and the smell of smoke. So what he said, the strength is what? They military. Going back to Jeremiah 25. Jeremiah 25:31. A noise shall come even to the ends of the earth. You gonna tell me we not in the ends of the earth? A noise gonna come to the ends of the earth. For the Most High, what must have a controversy with the nations. The Most High have a controversy with the nations. He will plead with all flesh. He will give them that are wicked to the sword, saith the Most High. So you keep on thinking you ain't got to follow his way, his path, his laws, statutes, commandments, his rules and regulations, if you won't. He said he will give them that are wicked to the sword, said the Most High. Remember, he ain't a man that he should lie. He's not a man that he should lie. Thus said the Most High, power of hosts, power of armies, power of angels, army of angels. Behold, evil shall go forth from nation to nation, and a great whirlwind shall be raised up from the coast of the earth. I mean, he's going to bring tornadoes and hurricanes like you ain't never seen before. You ready for that? And the slain of the Most High, not a man, the slain of the Most High shall be at that day from one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth. They shall not be lamented. Ain't nobody going to be crying for them, neither gathered. Ain't nobody going to be gathering the bodies, nor buried. And they ain't going to be buried. They shall be dung upon the ground. Man, that's going to be funky. They say they're going to be dung upon the ground. That's doo-doo. Dung is doo-doo. They're going to be doo-doo upon the ground. All the slain bodies. That's what he's saying. Now, for you preachers that he know is teaching the wrong doctrine, telling our brothers and sisters that are Israelites that they're not under the law. You hearing what he's saying? Howl, ye shepherds, and cry, and wallow yourselves in the ashes. Roll yourself around in the ashes for humility. The principle of the flock, you principal preachers over the congregation of the Most High, the assembly of the Most High. For the days of your slaughter and of your dispersions are accomplished, and ye shall fall like a pleasant vessel. And the shepherd shall have no way to flee. They ain't gonna have nowhere to run. Preachers ain't gonna have nowhere to run. Nor the principal of the flock to escape, nor your deacons and your high prosperity ones that you allow to sit in the front and all that, that you allowing to continue to bring forth your wickedness, ain't gonna be nowhere to run, he's saying. And the shepherd shall have no way to flee, verse 35, nor the principal of the flock to escape. All the ones that's rolling under you, ain't no way they're gonna escape. Ain't nowhere gonna be to run to escape. A voice of the cry of the shepherds, howling, ah, ah, and in howling of the principal of the flock. Gonna be quiet, ah, ah, howling of the principal of the flock shall be heard. They're gonna be heard. That's judgment. For the Most High has spoiled their pastor. Hear that? He spoiled your assembly of the people that's with you. And the peaceable habitation are cut down because of the fierce anger of the Most High. Oh, y'all having a good time. So you're going to be cut down because of the fierce anger of the Most High. He hath forsaken his covert as the lion, for their land is desolate because of the fierceness of the oppressor and because of his fierce anger. See, over and over again, we went to captivity after captivity after captivity because we didn't want to do what the Most High said do. And here we are in the very last days, and it's still the same type of principles that are leading the people to not follow the Most High. And he said, if you love the Most High, love for the love of the Most High is to keep his commandments. The commandments are not grievous. You ain't supposed to feel sad about doing what's right. And Messiah Shai told you in John, that was 1 John 5 and 3. John 14 and 15 said, if you love me, and y'all always talk about y'all love Mashiach Yahushai, I'll say, because I'm not going to say the other name, because that's pagan. Has nothing to do with him. That J was invented in 1630. Y'all say y'all love him, but it ain't him. But you still say you love him. Y'all don't come up with the name that they put in here. So you just like certain things they put in here, so you keep on following Baal worship and following Caesar Borgia. That's who they put up, that so-called white image, as Jesus Christ. I mean, that's what they put up as him until this day. And if you ain't smashing that and letting everybody know that this ain't him, but this is who he is, but that ain't his name, Jesus Christ, because, I mean, the J was invented in 1630. Whatever your name is, somebody call you by another name, you gonna answer? No. Your name is Jeff. Hey, what's going on? Junie, what's happening, man? What's going on, Junie? Your name Jeff. Hey, Junie. You ain't paying attention, you keep walking. You walking, somebody calling you. Hey, Junie, they ain't talking to you. But you still gonna call on a name that's not his name. That's why it's very important. They put all these things in here, and you ain't found out what it is that they added and took away, because, I mean, they did mess with this Bible. They took the Apocrypha out of it. They took 14 books of the Apocrypha out of it. You think they ain't tampered with it? Yeah. People say, oh, the Bible been tampered with. Yeah, it's been tampered with. But the Most High told us, Amos, go to Amos, hold that. Go to the book of Amos, 3rd chapter. And verse 7. Surely the Most High power will do nothing, but it revealeth his secret unto his servants, who are the 12 tribes of Israel, the prophets. He revealed his secrets to the prophets. That's why we're able to look at and study and find out what it is that's been added in and taken away, that we can find out the truth to lead to everlasting life. Because it's here. Because I don't give man that much credit. I don't know how you give man that much credit to tell me that he wrote this. He wrote it, but holy men wrote it. They were moved by the Spirit of the Most High, as it is written. Man gonna do this. I'll tell you what, you take the Old Testament and make a New Testament. Take the New Testament and make an Old Testament. Take the Old Testament and make a New Testament. I say that because you can't do that. It'd be too hard for you to take a New Testament and make an Old Testament. But take the Old Testament and make the New Testament. See, when I went back and forth, 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 like you don't believe in the New Testament because you don't know the Old to the New. There was no New Testament when the Mashiach walked the earth. He only dealt with the law and the prophets, period. But see, some of you don't realize it because you ain't really studied it. Or you don't take the time to learn from someone that know. Therefore, I hope you will repent. And come back to the real because it's going to be too late for a lot of people. Go to Jeremiah 50. What was we holding? We was holding something, no. Go to Jeremiah 50. The 50th chapter. The 34th verse. Jeremiah 50:34. The Redeemer is strong. Our Redeemer is strong and not weak. Our Redeemer is strong. Their Redeemer is strong. The Most High Power of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their cause. Here they go, thoroughly plead their cause. That he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon, of America. Or disquiet them. A sword is upon the Chaldeans, these Babylonians, in the way they think, in the way they act and speak. Said the Most High. And upon the inhabitants of Babylon, and upon her princes, and upon her wise men. A sword is upon the liars. Oh boy. Job 13:4 says, for ye are forgers of lies. I mean, we can go to, sword is upon the liars, go to Psalms 58:3. Psalms 58:3. The wicked, remember Job 9:24, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? It says the wicked are estranged from the womb as soon as they be born. They go astray as soon as they be born. Doing what? They go astray as soon as they be born. The Most High know what doing what? Speaking lies. Speaking lies. So when you see here, Jeremiah 50 and 35, no, verse 36, it says, Jeremiah 50:36, a sword is upon the liars, and they shall dote. A sword is upon her mighty men, and they shall be dismayed. A sword is upon their horses, and upon their chariots, and upon all the mingled people that are in the midst of her. I mean, that's America, the great melting pot. All nations are here. The mingled people that are in the midst of her. And they shall become as women. You hear that? They're going to become as women. A sword is upon her treasures, all her wealth, going to be stolen. And they shall be robbed. There it is. And they shall be robbed. A drought is upon her waters. There will be no water. And they shall be dried up. For it is the land of graven images. You gonna tell me that in America? Whatever you want to believe, whatever it is you want to believe in, you can believe in whatever here. And they are mad upon their idols. Because you're going to destroy all of them. Therefore, the wild beasts of the desert with the wild beasts of the islands shall dwell there. And the owls shall dwell therein. And it shall be no more inhabited forever. Yeah, that ain't going to be no more inhabited forever. Neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. As the Most High, listen to this closely, as the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighbor cities thereof, said the Most High, so shall no man abide there, neither shall any son or man dwell therein forever. Ain't nobody gonna dwell in America. Revelation 18 and 8. Revelation 18 and 8. Finished. Revelation 18 and 8. So whatever it is that he rained upon Sodom and Gomorrah, he's going to rain it upon America. Ain't nobody going to live here, just like ain't nobody living in Sodom and Gomorrah. Right now, to this day. That was way back. Genesis. Revelation 18 and 8. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day. Death and mourning and famine, food shortages. And she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Most High Power who judges her. She's going to be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Most High who judges her. Isaiah 47, 9 to 11. Isaiah 47. Isaiah 47, 9 to 11. That's why it behooves you to start learning this truth. Isaiah 47 and 9. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day. The loss of children, meaning you're going to kill your children, and widowhood. You're going to kill the men. What the women going to be left? Widowhood means the women that's married going to be, their husband going to be killed. They shall come upon thee in their perfection for the multitude of thy sorceries, witchcraft and sorceries and so forth, and for the great abundance of thine enchantments. But thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. See, I mean, Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 7, when salvation is coming to the 12 tribes of Israel, can't go there enough. Just what they're going to say. They trusted in their wickedness, right? Here it is. Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 7. We wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction, destroying everywhere they go. Yeah, we have gone through deserts where there lay no way. Mashiach Yahushua said, I'm the way. But as for the way of the Most High, the Mashiach Yahushua, we have not known it. See? In result is, no matter how much is being taught, the way of the Most High, the Mashiach Yahushua, the mysteries of the Most High, the Mashiach Yahushua, they're not going to know it. They're not going to know the way of the Most High, the Mashiach Yahushua. That's why he's saying here. Verse 10 of Isaiah 47 chapter. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, none seeth me. Remember, the Most High eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men. And the secret things. See, they don't know the way of the Most High, so they don't know this. Even though, they can study from us all they want to, because it seems like more attention is given to them than us, the 12 tribes of Israel now. But in the end, Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 7 is going to be true. Unless you're going to call the Most High a liar. And I doubt if you'll do that. So, they don't know this. Ecclesiastes 23 and 19. Such a man only feareth the eyes of men. See, they fear the eyes of men. Because they don't know the Most High. And knoweth not, they don't know this, that the eyes of the Most High are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. 10,000 times brighter than the sun. His eyes. Beholding all the ways of men and considering the most secret parts. But what they say? Isaiah 47 and verse 10. But thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. In the end, that's when salvation coming to the Israelites. That's what they're going to say in Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 7. That's for the way of the Most High, we have not known it. We weird ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. What does it say here? That's when you tell me this don't go together. It's talking to us. It says, With Solomon 47:10, for thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, none seeth me. Most I said, his eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men, and beholding all the secret things. But they say, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee. And thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. See, they say I am. You can't deny that. Because you want to say I am is the Most High. Who's in the Bibles as the Most High? Who's the pictures that they show in the movies as the Most High? I mean, later they start bringing some brother like Morgan Freeman and so forth like that, but he's part of the system, Most High had hair of pure wool. But in the Bibles, who's there? Morgan Freeman ain't no Bible. That's the Most High. In the Bibles, who's there? That's what we read. Whose picture's in there? Whose picture is Hamashiach Yahushua in the Bibles, in their Bibles? It's them. It ain't the Arabs, it ain't the Chinese, Japanese, nobody. The Africans ain't none of them. Ain't us. It's the so-called white man. They have said, I am, and none else beside me. That's what they've said. I am, and none else beside me. So saying that, and doing the things that they've done, just the judgment. Verse 11, therefore shall evil come upon thee. Thou shalt not know from whence it is. It rises. You ain't going to know where it's coming from and when it's coming. And mischief shall fall upon thee. Thou shalt not be able to put it off. You'll be able to put it off. And this desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. That's what the Most High is saying. I mean, in many ways, but just another way, Jeremiah 30:23. Jeremiah 30:23. Behold, the whirlwind of the Most High goeth forth with fury and a continual whirlwind spinning around. Hurricane, tornado. It shall fall with pain upon the head of the wicked. Job 9:24 again. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He who is the wicked covereth the faces of the judges. Who's more judges than the Most High? And Hamashiach Yahushua and the Israelites. He told 12 apostles they're going to sit on 12 thrones judging the 12 tribes of Israel. And 144,000 are going to be judges. 12,000 from each of the tribes of Israel, which make up the 144,000. But they painted themselves as being the Israelites. The people of the book, not only the Israelites, the Most High, and the Hamashiach Yahushua, first and foremost. Listen, it says, behold, the whirlwind of the Most High goeth forth with fury. A continual whirlwind, it shall fall with pain upon the head of the wicked. The fierce anger of the Most High shall not return until he have done it, and until he have performed the intents of his heart. In the latter days, we're in the last days, people, ye shall consider it. In these last days, you're going to consider it. He's telling you. He's going to bring it forth. Remember, he's not a man that he should lie. Tell the Most High it ain't going to happen. Make it not happen. Or be prepared for wherever it's going. This whirlwind, that's the Most High said, the Most High goeth forth with fury. A continual whirlwind. Stop the Most High from being in this whirlwind, bringing forth his judgment. It shall fall with pain upon the head of the wicked. That's judgment. So either you got a choice to choose life or death. That's it. And hopefully you'll choose life. Jeremiah 23:19. We can go through all these prophets if you want to. Prophesying. Jeremiah 23:19. Behold, a whirlwind of the Most High. Hear that? A whirlwind of the Most High is gone forth in fury. Fury. Even a grievous whirlwind. It shall fall grievously upon the head of the wicked. The anger of the Most High shall not return until he have executed, until he have performed the thoughts of his heart, until he have performed the thoughts of his mind. In the latter days, he's telling you again, in the last days, ye shall consider it perfectly as you see the judgment of the Most High coming. You will consider it perfectly, he's saying, without a shadow of a doubt. Go to Zephaniah. I'm just going to cover a few tonight, but Zephaniah, the first chapter. Zephaniah, the first chapter, we're going to look at verse 14, all the way to 18. The great day of the Most High is near. It is near and hastens greatly, even the voice of the day of the Most High. The mighty man shall cry there bitterly. Remember the Most High said men gonna be like women? Men gonna be afraid? Say mighty men, the mightiest men on this earth, shall cry there bitterly. For what? The great day of the Most High. Verse 15, that day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness. Remember, say you ain't gonna see no sun, no moon, no stars in the day of the Most High. A day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced city, against all the cities that think that they have security, and against the high towers, those watching in the sky with the satellites and so forth. And I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, like they can't see. They're going to walk like they can't see, like a blind man, he's saying, because they have sinned against the Most High, and their blood shall be poured out as dust. He say, I'm going to kill you, and their blood going to be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung, flesh as doo-doo on the ground. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them. Hear that? In the day of the Most High's wrath. You can't buy your way into this. You can't buy your way from it, from the Most High's wrath. So your silver and your gold ain't going to be nothing. It belongs to the Most High anyway. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Most High's wrath. But the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy, for he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land. Joel, the third chapter. Let's see if that's what. Joel 3:2. He said, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them there for my people. Hear that? He's going to bring all these nations to the valley of Jehoshaphat and plead with them for the 12 tribes of Israel and for my heritage, Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. See, he know what the nation's done. Go to Malachi 3:2. Malachi, the last prophet of the old scrolls. Malachi 3:2. Oh yeah, you better be ready. You better be ready. It's just your time to get ready right now, brothers and sisters. Malachi 3:2. But who may abide the day of his coming? Who gonna abide the day of his coming? And who shall stand when he appeareth? For he is like a refiner's fire and like fuller's soap. Hear that? He's like a refiner's fire and like fuller's soap. Man, oh man. That's our power. Most High is his name. Uh, excuse me, that just hit me. Go to Malachi 4 and 1. Yes. The Most High will call all nations for the decision because of what they have done to his chosen people. Malachi 4 and 1. Hallelujah. Say, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven. The day gonna come that's gonna burn like an oven. And all the proud, all you proud people that's not humble, opposite of humble is being proud, folks. You have no broken and contrite spirit. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yeah, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. Hear that? All that do wickedly shall be stubble. Remember, she's going to make it dry stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up. The day that's coming, you're going to burn all the wicked people up. Said the Most High Power of Hosts. You got to take it up with him. This is what he said he going to do. And how he does it, you can't question him. That it shall leave them neither root nor branch. Ain't going to be no part of those that he burn up to grow, to envy, to revenge any relative. He said it shall leave them neither root nor branch. That means he's going to kill them all. That's what he's saying. Those that have ears to hear. But unto you that fear my name, those that fear his name, shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings, and ye shall go forth and grow up as calves of the stall. And ye shall tread down the wicked. Hear that? You're going to tread down the wicked. That's what we're reading about. That great army, that great people, going to tread down the wicked. But they shall be ashes under the soles of your feet in the day that I shall do this, said the Most High Power of Hosts. Let's read it again. And ye shall tread down the wicked, for they shall be ashes under the soles of your feet in the day that I shall do this, said the Most High Power of Hosts. See? But he tell you, only one's going to be able to do this when he tell you. He said, remember ye the law of Moses, my servant, which I commanded unto him in Horeb for all Israel with the statutes and judgments. See? You got to be doing the statutes and judgments, the laws of the Most High, the commandments of the Most High, for this to happen. That's what we're going to use to bring them down. Ezekiel 25. Ezekiel 25 and 12. And see, it's sad because you look at all the things that's been done unto this day, to the Most High's chosen people. Thoroughly unjustly. I just seen a brother that spent 40 years in jail from a young child. 40 years. They just found him innocent. He just spent 40 years in jail. Israelite. What kind of payment can you give him of 40 years of his life? Sad. Ezekiel 25 and 12. Thus said the Most High Power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel, because that Edom have dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and have greatly offended and revenged himself upon them. So much, look at Zechariah 11 and 5. So much that we can relate to this right now. Zechariah 11 and 5. Whose possessors, and they are possessors, they possessing us. Slay them, they kill us, and hold themselves not guilty. What's the verdict? Police kill us, they get a paid vacation, go to court. What's the verdict? Not guilty. Who possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. Going back to Ezekiel 25, 12. Thus said the Most High Power. You got to take it up with him. This is what the Most High said. Because that Edom have dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and have greatly offended. Most High say you greatly offended him, and revenged himself upon them. Therefore, thus said the Most High Power, I will also stretch out mine hand upon Edom. Verse 14. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel. That's vengeance. He said he's going to lay his vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel. And they shall do in Edom according to mine anger and according to my fury. And they shall know my vengeance, saith the Most High Power. So, I mean, any way you look at it, I mean, it is what it is. That's just payback. So that's the Edomites. And understand this, all so-called white people are not just Edomites just because they look like that. Because remember the seed of Gehazi was cursed with what? Leprosy. So some are the seed of Gehazi. They don't know it, but you know, white, you right. Black, get back. So brown, you might be around. But it is what it is. So, but it's talking to the Edom. They know who they are. It says, that's Edom. So it says, thus said the Most High, verse 15, Power, because the Philistines have dealt by revenge. These Egyptians have dealt by revenge, these Hamites, and have taken vengeance with a despiteful heart, despiteful mind, taken vengeance with a despiteful mind to destroy it for the old hatred, destroy us for the old hatred that they always had against us. Therefore, thus say the Most High Power, behold, I will stretch out mine hand upon the Philistines. So he will stretch out his hand upon the Philistines. And I will cut off the cherubims and destroy the remnant of the seacoast. Now, he said he's going to stretch forth his hand. Go to Psalms 17 and 14. Psalm 17 and 14. From men which are thy hand, O Most High, from men of the world, which have a portion in this life. So, men is the Most High's hand he's talking about. I will stretch forth mine hand, in verse 16 of Ezekiel 25th chapter, upon the Philistines. And I will cut off the cherubims and destroy the remnant of the seacoast. And I will execute great vengeance upon them with furious rebukes. And they shall know that I am the Most High. All this is so that they'll know that he is the Most High. When I shall lay my vengeance upon them. When he lays vengeance upon them. How he does it, like I said, we can't question it. But he let you know he's going to do it by men, which is his hand. Zephaniah 2 and 8. Zephaniah 2 and 8 to 11. Zephaniah 2 and 8. I have heard the reproach, the disgrace of Moab, and the revilings of the children of Ammon, the Chinese and Japanese, so-called, whereby they have reproached my people, disgraced my people. The Most High said, I heard you. I heard about this. Disgraced my people. And magnified themselves against their border. Therefore, as I live, said the Most High of hosts, the power of Israel, surely Moab shall be as Sodom, and the children of Ammon as Gomorrah, even the breeding of nettles and salt pits, and a perpetual desolation. The residue of my people shall spoil them. Hear that? The residue of the Most High people shall rob them. And the remnant of my people, the 1/3 of the 12 tribes, shall possess them. Possession mean what? They gonna be our slaves. This shall they have for their pride, because they have reproached, mean disgraced, and magnified themselves against the people of the Most High Power of hosts. They magnified themselves against the 12 tribes of Israel. The Most High will be terrible unto them, for he will famish all the gods of the earth, and men shall worship him, every one from his place, even all the idols of the heathen. All the heathen that's in the idols going to worship the Most High, as it is written. Ye Ethiopians, Hamites also, ye shall be slain by my sword. And he will stretch out his hand against the north and destroy Assyria, and will make Nineveh a desolation and dry like a wilderness. Thus say the Most High. Wisdom of Solomon, 16th chapter. Let's read from the first verse. Wisdom of Solomon in the Apocrypha, 16:1. No, Second Ezra, Salakia. What? Wisdom of Solomon. Second Ezra, 16:1. Woe and destruction be unto thee, Babylon, America, and Asia. Woe and destruction be unto thee, Egypt, Hamites, and Syria. Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair. Bewail your children, cry over your children, and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? May any man drive away an hungry lion in the wood? Or may anyone quench the fire and stubble? Stubble again. Remember, he said he's going to make it real dry. It says, or may anyone quench the fire and stubble when it has begun to burn? May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer? You going to turn the arrow back, the missiles back, that's shot by a strong archer? The mighty Most High sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? He's going to send the plagues. He asking, who are you that can drive them away? That can stop them? Which one of you so powerful you can stop the plagues that the Most High going to bring? A fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? He shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall